She said she was single. We flirted and kissed. I later found her husband and sent proof. I'm 27 and tend bar in a small vacation town. A few weeks ago, an older woman came in alone near close. She was shy at first, pretty, and easy to talk to. Work trip, she said. She told me she helps disabled kids. That hit me. The bar went quiet. Ice clinked. The TV hummed. And before she left, she gave me her number. I texted the next morning and we started chatting a lot. She came back during my next shift, ordered the same drink, and smiled like we had a secret. She laughed at my dumb jokes and tapped the rim of her glass. I noticed a faint tan line on her finger but no ring, and I told myself it was nothing. Later, she asked if I wanted to grab drinks. I wanted to, but I had an early flight for a wedding, so I said I couldn't. After I got back, she said she was in town again and asked a second time. That night after work, I met her. Our texts had been flirty but light, and I wasn't sure if it was a date. I'd never liked someone 15 years older. We talked about travel, bad hotel coffee, and long hours. While we talked, I asked if she was divorced. It was hard to imagine no one had married her. She said yes, divorced after a long relationship. No mention of anyone now. No talk of an open setup. We got more open. I told her I hoped it was a date and that I was drawn to her. She said she felt the same. When we wrapped up, I asked if I could kiss her. She said yes. We kissed outside under a streetlight. The air was cool and loud with traffic. She asked me to come back to her hotel. I wanted to, but I had class early, so I said not tonight. We split and kept texting daily. Our chats got more suggestive. Not full-blown sexting, but close. I was excited for her next trip so I could join her at the hotel. Still, I noticed she rarely asked about me. I asked about her. She told me about her dogs and said she'd bring them next time. I asked who watched them when she traveled. She said friends. I said maybe I could visit her instead, since her town isn't far. She wouldn't have to drive, and her dogs could stay home. I asked what her town was like. She told me about a diner she loved, and a trail by the river where she walked the dogs. Her exact reply to the visit was, "We could certainly work on that." That line stuck in my head. It felt careful, like a closed door with a smile. I checked our thread again and reread her hotel invite. I went to bed and couldn't sleep. The gut feeling wouldn't let me. I stared at the ceiling fan, then at the time, 2:13 a.m. I didn't know her last name, only first name and workplace. I searched both. I found her staff page, then her last name, then her Facebook. I saw her photos with the dogs, then another profile with her last name, her husband. Their wedding pictures were posted a little over a year ago. There was a white dress, a lakeside deck, and a caption about forever. My room went still. I stared at the screen. She had been telling me where she wanted to kiss me during their first anniversary. I scrolled more. A ring close-up, a cake, people cheering in comments. I felt sick, then weirdly calm. I was grateful we hadn't slept together. I thought about the way she talked about kids and dogs and her long days. I wanted to believe all of it. I've been lied to before, but I missed this. One text gave her away. I won't be the other man. I don't need exclusivity, but I need honesty. If I were him, I'd want to know. So I started taking screenshots. I saved the first texts, the kiss invite, the hotel ask, her, work on that line, the parts about trips, the parts about the dogs. I made a folder. I blacked out numbers and cropped names. I thought about the cleanest way to do this without drama. I asked a few close friends how they'd want to hear it. Alone, they said. Somewhere quiet, with proof. One friend said to keep it simple and not guess at motives, so I waited for a window. She told me she had a doctor's appointment one afternoon. I decided that was the time. I wrote the husband a message that laid it out straight. No insults, no guesses about their marriage, just facts and screenshots. I said I met his wife at the bar. She gave me her number. We met for drinks. We kissed, and she asked me back to her hotel. I said I only learned his name when I searched because something felt off. I said I wasn't looking to break anything up. I told him I wasn't out to hurt him. I attached screenshots. I asked him not to name me to her. I asked him to check her phone if he needed to. I added the date and time of our meetup. My hands were shaking a little. For my safety and sanity, I blocked her number and profile first. I opened his chat, added the screenshots, read the message twice, and kept it short. I told him I'd leave the chat open for a day if he needed more proof, and then I'd step back. I took a breath, tapped send, watched delivered pop up, and locked my phone. Now her friends are saying I'm messy for telling her husband. Was I wrong?